One of the phrases in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, in this book, Albus Dumbledore says to Harry, "Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry, but why on earth should that mean that it is not real?" There are many things in our world, in our life, that are not real, that are not physical, that are a product of our imagination. People today are surrounded by the world of fiction and fantasy. We create characters who never existed in real life and can never exist. Yet we feel like we know them, like they can speak and have feelings. When we read a book, watch a TV show, or surf a website, we live in a liminal world which exists in the space in between physical and virtual realms. We can listen to the advice which non-existing characters give us. We can make our decisions based on what they say. We can argue with them. In other words, stories and non-existent virtual world is a part of our daily lives and therefore make a real impact on us. In Judaism, this idea, I believe, is reflected in angels. Angels are supernatural beings that often appear throughout our literature. Contemporary Judaism, especially its progressive branches, is often very careful to discuss supernatural angelic beings. Perhaps it is a legacy of rationality and refusal for all illogical parts of Judaism that makes us slightly uncomfortable when we talk about angels. Or maybe it is because of many cultural references portraying angels as babies with wings, flying around people during important moments that make us suspicious of the entire concept. Many Jews never study angels in their lives. As one of my teachers used to say, if you want to know something, teach it. So this Dvar Torah is my attempt to understand the idea of angels in Judaism. The Hebrew word for angel is malach. It means a messenger from the same root as the verb lalechet, to go, to walk. Angels in early biblical stories deliver specific information or carry out a particular function. For example, in this week's Torah portion, Abraham welcomes 3 angels to his home and shows an ultimate example of hospitality. One of them, according to our commentators, is there to heal Abraham after the circumcision. The second one will deliver the message of destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, 2 cities. And the third one delivers the message to Sarah that she will soon have a son. Later, an angel prevents Abraham from slaughtering his son Isaac. What's interesting, Abraham did not see them as angels in the beginning. He raised his eyes and he saw 3 people, Shlosha Anashim, written in the Torah, standing near him. This verse led some Torah scholars to conclude that Abraham treated all people like angels and was able to see beyond physical appearance of a person. Others concluded that all people can become angels. Any of us can be a messenger for others. In later biblical texts, angels are associated with visions and prophecies that are given, and they are given proper names. Rabbinic literature significantly expounds on the nature of angels and their roles in biblical stories. According to early rabbis, many names of angels begin with attributes that describe the quality of an angel and with El or Yah, which are names of God. For example, Gabriel means the strength of God. Michael literally translates from Hebrew, who is like God. Michael. This is the angel of mercy and sometimes the angel of prayer. In rabbinic literature, angels have a right and power to argue with God. A midrash describes a debate among the angels and God over whether human beings should be created or not. In this debate, the angel of love is in favor of creating people because of the human capacity for expressing love. But the angel of truth disagrees, fearing that humans will constantly lie. In support of creating humans, God shows the angels examples of righteous people. But the angels of earth rebels. The angel of earth rebels and denies the angel Gabriel the dust he needs for creation of people, fearing that humans would bring devastation on the earth. The angel of Torah argues against human creation too, contending that people should not be created because they will suffer. It is true that human existence has a potential of bringing all of the bad forces to the earth, which were listed in the Midrash. But the very fact of our existence is a commentary on this Midrash. Although we have a potential to support destructive forces, destructive angels in the words of Rabbinic Judaism, we should use our power and always surround ourselves with life and positive angels or positive energies. Maimonides, the 12th century scholar, wrote extensively about angels. In his work, The Guide of the Perplexed, he wrote, "Before the angels have accomplished their task, they are called people. When they accomplished it, they are angels." We can take this understanding of angels a bit further and say that all people can become angels, which is positive or negative forces and messengers for others. In his classic work on Kabbalah, the 13-petaled rose, Rabbi Adin Stanzalt writes that human behavior can create angels. In a counterpart to the way biblical angels bear messages from the divine realm down to humanity, the angels created by human actions carry the energies of humankind upwards into the higher spiritual worlds. In other words, meaningful human encounter is angelic, divinely ordained, and should be treated as God's message. Speaking about angels may sound too metaphysical, too complicated, and too remote from our daily experience. But there is one simple principle with which angels represent in Jewish tradition. Our decisions and our actions are not only about reality, not only about things we can see, but it doesn't make it less real. We have an ability to see beyond physical appearance. We have a power to see an angel in every human being, in everything which surrounds us, including our computers, screens, cameras, and microphones. We have a power to become an angel for others. Today, we experience the turbulence of our world caused by the coronavirus surge and distortion of truth in political realm. It can make us uncomfortable, cause us to be angry and upset. This is real, but so are angels, good people and positive forces, which are here to support and protect us. Yes, these angels are only in our heads, but why on earth should that mean that they are not real? Shabbat Shalom.